Yeah, we're back again. Check it directed. Let's begin. This is Pokémon GO Podcast.
Party on, Poke people. Let me hear some noise.
Yeah. We sent Joe to Mormon reversion camp last week. It seems to have worked. It seems like he's getting pop references now. You know, all that Patreon money from the last 6 years did a lot of good. We've gotten Joe healed and happy and back here. How you doing, Joe?
I'm tired, but I'm hanging in there.
I heard the Phillies are playing at the
some kind of special event.
No. What was that commercial we just saw? League of Legends. They're at the World League of Legends. The Phillies are like leading that 4 matches to whatever. I don't know. There's something going on, but I'm glad that none of you care about either one of those things, and they're here hanging with us, and we much appreciate it. Man, Joe, you were gone last week, and it was definitely a different show. It was great. thewfproffesor is in tonight, as is Tugas. I'm surprised Tugas came back with all the animosity she had for you, but I'm glad to have her. Squish is always here. Squish threatened to boycott if you didn't come back, but then he's like, I'm pretty much automatically just always on Twitch, so I'm a bot. It doesn't matter.
Hot gravy's in the house.
All that being said, man, I went up to Gatlinburg this weekend, passed your house twice, didn't once knock on your door.
I've never been to Gatlinburg.
Not Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I've never been to Pigeon Forge either.
Yeah, I kind of saw that coming as well. But yeah, man, 7-Eleven heaven. Favorite one is right down the street from you. Right down the street.
Do they actually have good selection for the
Oh no, man! They still only have the 4, and one of them was constantly turned off. But they had cherry. On the way in, I got the blue, and on the blue raspberry or whatever. On the way out, I got the cherry because they flopped which one wasn't working. But still, can't complain. Loved every second of it. Let's see what my adventures of the week have been. What have your adventures been in the last 2 weeks?
Ooh, I get to put age 0 through 14. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference, though. I did catch a bunch of Zorua. We're going to talk about that a bit more today. A fair bit, I think.
All right. I think I got Unos.
Got into a Giratina raid. Actually, my brother invited me to that. My brother's gotten back.
It's not Halloween anymore, Pikachu.
My brother has gotten back into the game, so he keeps texting me and saying, "Hey, I need help with this raid. Please help me." I'm like, "All right." So,
wait. Take me to church, my brothers and sisters at the Church of the Pokemon. Let me tell you something. Once you have abandoned this game, do not reach out to this church to lift you up. You are just along the lines of that demon dentistry. I'm trying to change it up. I don't know. The world's most okayest Pokemon player. So you abandon this game. Do not come back to your brother. You are dead to us. Take me to church. Now play that clip for him. See if he asks you again.
No, yeah, and he keeps asking me different questions because it's been so long, so that a fair amount of stuff has changed in the game since he's played. He's only like level 26, but he should skyrocket fairly quickly because he keeps doing raids. But we'll see. We will see.
I can get behind that, I guess. I apparently completed a few regular missions in the game, and now I have some weird misunderstood mischief. Apparently I knocked out a few things in that this week.
Mischief managed.
Is it? Is that not what I just not said?
No, you knocked some out.
No, it says misunderstood misunderstood
yes, but mischief. You knocked some of it out, so your mischief was managed.
Oh
my Atlanta.
Hey, you're not in Atlanta. Stop it.
That's true. I am.
What lies beneath the mask? Apparently I knocked out some stuff there. I guess it's all Halloween somewhat based. So what? Sorry,
you got real quiet,
text.
real quick.
So normally I will silence it, but normally I ignore my text by having to looking at my game while recording here, trying to catch a young mask. mask. And got a weird text from a number I didn't recognize to me and one of my managers. It's just weird. It's just weird. You want to hear it? Totally out of context, just like for me. Totally out of context. If I'm alive in a year, I'll work for the Erica person if you'll make it stop.
Make it stop.
ARIC. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even know who the other phone number is. I don't know any of this stuff. What? I'm just gonna ignore it. If I'm alive in a year, what is this weirdness? It is not the Pokemon Go podcast show, is what it is. So yeah, you got some Zorua, which we talked about last week.
Yep.
How that was always, and I didn't realize they'd fixed it and relaunched it, so I caught something, and all of a sudden started morphing, and I got a little Zorua. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so they appear on the map as your buddy. So whatever your buddy is, that's what they appear as. So if you're in the middle of an event, you might not want to have your buddy as one of the event Pokemon, because then it'll be hard to tell which one's Zorua. But yeah.
Is there any way to not have a buddy other than not assign one first time?
I think so.
Because once you hit that rank, I'm assuming it's based on experience level to be able to attach your buddy. I wonder if you have to pick a buddy, because wouldn't that be interesting? It's like, well, let's see if we can break the game. If I can remove my buddy where I have no buddy, what will Zorua show up as now?
We will, like I said, we'll talk more about all the issues that Niantic has had with Zorua. You talked a little bit about it last week, but
I just got a blast from the past asking me to be their friend on Pokemon Go, which sure, why not? But Zorua is Backstreet Boys. Do you know?
Okay.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because he's everybody. Yeah. Oh, wow, just that got Joe going. Wow, he's so nostalgic. That that revisionist Mormon camp really did you a lot of good, man.
Backstreet's back. All right.
Zorua. Where have we gone with this show, man? This thing is so off the rails.
Canada.
Even a video by Kurt is done. We're done.
All right. Should we pull up the experiences?
Wait. Why are you getting a raid invite? I'm not.
I'm getting a raid invite from Pink Eevee, who I met at DragonCon many years ago.
I'm not gonna be friends with Eevee. Never mind. I will pull up the experiences then.
Pink hippie Eevee.
Do that. Yeah, I'm not. All right. Let's see experiences of the week, and we're going
to the 28th.
Yeah, I'm already there. Terry says yeah, first time caller, last time listener.
Listener.
I got a shiny Vulpix, but it's a shiny collared Vulpix.
Yeah, a shiny costumed Vulpix, which I would assume they have the animations fixed by now, but the animations for the costumed Vulpix and the costumed Ninetales were broken last week. So people were sharing videos of their stuff technically moving around, but their legs and nothing, it was just frozen, but sliding around is what it kind of looked like.
All I can say is they need to let it go. Kittens and Knives got a Zorua randomly, and then had to get Sammy to trade me for this. You got a shiny Yamask.
Ooh, nice. A Galarian one.
Lincoln Prime. Yeah. That sounds like that sounds, yeah, but his name's Lincoln Prime. It sounds like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, yet 5 generations up. So he's now the 2020 Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
No, he's the Prime one. He's the first one. And he's traveling through time to visit his 200th grandson.
Hey, he's 407 years ago, we Autobots rolled out. You didn't see that joke coming. Let's see. And Lincoln got him a Hundo Trevenant.
Yeah.
Wow. Very nice.
Very nice indeed.
I can't tell if Trevenant is cosplaying as Charlie Brown or if that's 2 mouths that he has on it. But we're going to keep rolling. Terry got a Shiny costume Pikachu. Why are you proud about that? I don't know. Kids and Knives got a Purugly that is different. I
Ugly. Oh
can't put my finger on it. Is that not Purugly?
no,
Well, it's
I
a little
skipped it
bit.
on accident. No, you're right. It's a shiny one.
Is it shiny? Okay. I didn't realize it had guitars for whiskers, but whatever. Sableye, Lincoln Prime. I like to think of rollout. Lincoln Prime got Sableye Hundo. Very nice. Terry got the costume. Duskull looks worse than I thought it would. It just.
You don't like the orange flowers?
Nar
The orange
has left
flower
the show. It's all salt tonight. I tell you, no, they look dumb. That is not. You could have Sugar Skulled the crap out of this thing. It's prime for Sugar Skull. It's just all right. King of the Shinies got wow.
Hold on, you're skipping one. Lincoln Prime with a 0% IV Duskull.
Did not skip that one. Just moved on down. Get on rolling.
That's kind of what skipping means.
It wasn't to my Lou. I'm good. Nolte got a couple shinies. He got a Hundo, Giratina. I'm not sure what GHO means, but got a Hundo shiny.
I think it's just for Ghost. Ghost is the moves.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. They got a 98% shiny Giratina. Inkay. These are all shinies. Inkay, Cubone. 2 more Giratinas, Pumpkaboo, and Shuppet. Oh, that Pumpkaboo. That isn't. Hey, that pumpkin pie got burnt. They left that one in the oven a little too long.
Have you seen that Facebook post where the gal got roasted for her burnt pumpkin pie?
No, but apparently she wants to catch that shiny Pumpkaboo.
She made a post on social media and was like, "Thanks, Marie Callender, for her burnt pie." It's like, there's instructions. Clearly, you didn't follow them, and she got roasted so bad. It's great. It's so great.
That's funny. So Nolte still got 0 Skitty and a 0 Tentacle. Wow, this is the most zeros I've seen ever.
Yeah. You name an episode Zorua or zeros, and bam, all the zeros.
You're welcome, everybody. So this month, as you pledge to patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast, has to add a few zeros behind that 5, and we're good to go.
They took the zeros in a different way.
Yeah. Posty One Kenobi got a shiny Starly, shiny Miltank, and 2 shiny Giratinas, which I know it's just a mix of words in my head. I know this. But all I can think of with Giratina is what that spicy veggie mix that you put on top of a sandwich in Chicago, right? Okay. And I don't remember. It's close. It's not Giratina, but it's close. It was like, I don't know. Am I getting the Pokemon or the veggies? I have no idea here.
Well, see,
don't know what's going on.
Here I am going to Napoleon Dynamite. Tina, you fat lard, eat your dinner.
Wow, fat shaming on Pokemon Go Podcast. I didn't
Tina's a llama. Have you never seen Napoleon Dynamite?
I did when it came out in the 90s. I didn't memorize it.
It didn't come out in the 90s.
All right, Mr. IMDb, without looking anything up, give me the month and the year. Month and year. You're looking it up. Stop.
I'm not looking it up, but if I had to guess 2002, I don't know the year. Now I'm going to have to look it up, though.
I say it's the late 90s, which, let's be real, 2002 is just the same as saying 1998.
It's 2004.
It was all the same.
It's 2004.
Still.
And it does not deserve the Rotten Tomatoes score that it's got. Just saying. Anyway.
Have you watched it recently? I don't think you have.
It's a lot more fun to quote than it is to watch.
I think that's true.
But anyway, should we go on to our discussion?
Well, I want to see if I had anything worth discussing about my week. Return. And got some more Litwicks. I don't think I have enough candy to finally get that final fish. Oh, I did get from our good friend Paul Puck. I got a Giratina. I did get one Zorua. A couple Pumpkaboos. Phantom. I don't have enough candy for Phantom, man. I'm trying to get that evolution going. I might have enough on the pumpkin. Yeah, I got enough on the pumpkin boo. I can get it there. I think I'm gonna have to trade. But I can't trade with my kid because he doesn't have any Phantoms, and that's all I want. So I can evolve this thing. So I'm gonna
Well,
have
if
to
you had
use all
if
our
you had
candies.
stopped by or not written in code, perhaps we could have traded some phantoms.
I blame you.
Okay, that
Just
that sounds
out of sheer
right.
principle, I blame you.
Sh-
All right. So our discussion this week: what could be added into the game to get you to spend money, and at what price? Which was not quite. So the original discussion, I said, well, what get you to buy
that
stickers?
is what you typed in
I know,
the show notes.
because that's what I said at the end. Because you know me, Joe. If you're not here to keep me in check, I forget everything. So there's two questions. One on TikTok is, why would you buy stickers? Which is it's a much better discussion question than what I put up. Why would you buy stickers? What would you get? Like the lady that hates you here, she says she's a collector.
Rose.
And Tugas, that's her name. She's I'm a collector. I buy the collection stuff. But we did post what could be added into the game to get you to spend money and at what price. And Kellen, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a heart in his name. Either Kellen is less than 3, or that's some kind of old school emoji. A feature to purchase special research Zarud from the shop. I missed out on a mythical because I didn't play that week. I would spend money on that to buy the research. I'll still do the stuff. Let me buy the research after it's passed because I didn't play that. Thank you, everybody. That's been a long running show. We're done. I don't think we're top that feature in this game ever.
Bypass research that you haven't done.
Yeah.
The only now that I like the idea as it is. The only problem with the actual application is they may have to tweak some of the scenarios, like some of the different criteria, simply because it would be too hard. But they've done that in the past, where, like, for instance, after Go Fest, they've tweaked what the criteria is to finish different steps, so that it wasn't very specific to Go Fest. And so if they did that, then I would definitely support that idea. That sounds like a great idea.
I like it. I also love how the delay works on the broadcast. All right, Joe, was there anything on Reddit?
Yes, with the different question over on Reddit, which the question again was, what could be added into the game to get you to spend money and at what price? Budget Bar 1123 says decent boxes. It has been a long time since we had a decent box, because the nickel and dimers at Niantic have really not wanted to give us anything good. And they even went as far as to, not only have they not given us decent boxes, but they have been very devious recently. So for the longest time, you could buy I think it was called a trainer box. Let me just double check. You could buy a trainer box for $2.99, and people liked what was in the trainer box. Now it is a trainee box, and it's fooled a bunch of people. So, because it's got different.
What was in it?
It's got different contents. They changed one letter and mixed up the contents. They're like, hee, gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they haven't had decent boxes for a while, so I can understand that. I think one of the few things that would get me to spend money outside of big events like Go Fest right now would be if they made it possible to purchase a second infinite incubator. I think that would get me to spend some money.
Yeah, a second permanent spot, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That would do it.
That'll do.
Yeah. That's about it.
All right. That sounds fine. Well, with that.
I mean, if they still, it wouldn't be added to the
you're
game.
not done? I thought you were done. You said that'll do. But okay, you're going. Carry on, sir.
Let me just cut you off real quick.
Yeah,
Yep.
all right.
One thing, and we'll talk about this more later, but one thing that would definitely get me to buy more is if my Go Plus broke and they actually still made it, because they don't make the Go Plus anymore, and which I don't think they technically ever did. I think it's always been Nintendo that made the Go Plus, and then the Nintendo also made the Pokeball Plus. But yeah, because personally, and a lot of people really love the Gacha. Personally, I like the Go Plus better than the Gacha. So, to each their own. I have no qualms against either of the peripherals. So, but yeah.
Well, sir, I don't like it.
Because eventually my Go Plus is going to stop working. And then I'll because they don't make the official ones anymore, I won't have a choice but to get a gacha. So.
Well, sir.
Nope, wrong one.
Yes, sir, I like it.
There we go. I like the gotcha. I like it a lot. It likes me. So that's all we need to know. All right, can I hit the
one more?
Now,
you can
I do this?
All right, do the thing.
Here's the marker, everybody. Click. All right, let me tell you a quick little story for Patreon and for the break while we get this music pulled up and all this other stuff. Of course, I'm assuming that most everybody is somewhat aware that Elon Musk has been moving through buying Twitter for a while. I ended up putting about $10 into Twitter stock and got 20 out of it when he bought it.
There you go.
Double my money there a little bit.
Doubled.
So very cool. I appreciated him buying my stock out.
I've just seen a bunch of pictures of him walking in with the sink.
The sink.
I don't even know what his point was, or even if he had a point, because Elon his nature is pretty trolly. So
it is. I love how it's driving everybody crazy. Like, you young fools, just watch and wait and see what happens. Yeah, everybody wants to talk about all these horrible things that are happening, but they're not. And you just wait, you'll see. I'm not saying it's good, bad, or otherwise. Other than I made $10 off of him, so I'm good, good there. So all right, I'll throw the marker.
The point of the sink was let that sink in.
And by the way, if you're not listening to this live, I hope the Phillies lose. Dang it. Had it.
Whoa.
Feeling deep inside me, and it's always there to guide me. It's in my heart and in my soul, leading me to the ultimate goal. You can try your best, this might be fun. Go down to defeat before you get Joe.
Only me this time. All right, Joe. I see how it is. Every week, Joe's sitting here singing along, and because of the slight delay in recording and broadcast, he's like, I'll leave it in because Joe's happy. Not this week. Nope. No, Joe's a new man. And he wants to know why Zorua and Zorak, that's a horrible transition. Zorua, right. Why can they not just make it John and Smith have revealed themselves in Pokemon Go?
Okay, now their names are John and Smith. Got it. John and Smith have revealed themselves in Pokemon Go, those tricky foxes. You okay there, Charles?
I'm good. You
nailed
it.
Nailed it. We almost had a spit take. Almost got you. Yeah, so like we were saying during our experiences of the week, they are here. They're popping up as your buddy. I haven't seen them since the Halloween event officially ended, so I don't know if they were event only or if we'll still see them every now and again, but we'll wait and see. I'm guessing we'll see him every now and again, continuing forward. The WF Professor with a subscription through Prime Gaming. Thank you very much.
Woo! Thanks, sir.
And so yeah, so this event has technically ended.
Wait. Sorry. Hold on. No, wrong one. Well, okay, we'll give you that one. You are a shiny WF Professor. We'll just go with that joke. You are shiny, sir. Good on you.
The shiny professor. I find it funny that they posted this on October 28th, and the event for it started on October 27th. So they made this official post after the event was already started, and we are covering it after it's already ended. Although, I guess technically all they did was update this event, because they had already told us about the part 2 of the Halloween event. They were just trying to have Zorua and Zoroark be a surprise, and well, they botched that something fierce. But yeah, they are out, and they will appear as your buddy. So if you have Mewtwo as your buddy and you randomly see a Mewtwo spawn, it didn't really spawn a Mewtwo. It was a Zorua.
Well, and since I have zero patience, I just went and used a bunch of candy and evolved him up to a Smith and was done with it. Looks pretty cool.
To a Smith.
Smith looks pretty cool. I like it. I hope though that this Zorak does not slap Chris Rock in the face. So what else? You got a whole bunch of Zorua. Why disable auto catchers and not Zorua? I hate this name so much. It's so hard to say.
So what happened, because they botched it.
All right, look, we're gonna have to start paying royalties if you don't stop.
It's all Phil and Dennis's fault. So because they failed, Niantic sucks again. They had to disable. First, they disabled Zorua. Then they brought Zorua back and disabled auto catchers. And the reason that they had to do that is because the auto catchers were catching whatever your buddy was and not the Zorua. It didn't transform.
So it's not evolving.
Yeah. Well, no. So when you catch Zorua...
Not evolving. I mean, it's not changing is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said the wrong thing.
So if when they first put out Zorua, it was keeping the CP of whatever your buddy was or something like that. The CP was all messed up. So they disabled it. And then when they re-enabled it, auto catchers were catching the buddy instead of it transforming into Zorua when it hit your Pokemon box. And so, for instance, there was a post on the Sylph Road from Peas123 where they caught a Mewtwo because the Mewtwo was their buddy. So it was supposed to be a Zorua.
Oh, wow.
But they caught a Mewtwo and they kept the Mewtwo. Yeah.
That does not sound like a bad thing to me.
No, it doesn't. But they disabled auto catchers, so the Go Plus, the Pokeball Plus, and the Gachas, the whole shebang, they disabled it because of this issue. Which, to me just means Niantic doesn't properly test their code ever. Which we've known for a long time. The auto catchers are re-enabled, so they're back to working correctly. So that's fine. They announced that a few days ago that the auto catchers were re-enabled. They didn't really even announce that they were disabled for a couple of days. Like, they were disabled for a couple of days before they even really said anything. So like, I think it was Sunday or Saturday. Maybe it was Saturday. I had updated to the new iOS update, and all of a sudden I couldn't connect to the Pokemon Go Plus. I assumed it was the iOS update, but no, it was just Niantic messing things up like they do. And then I hadn't initially considered this, but other people had. because of the glitch, certain legendaries could now be at a lower CP. You could catch versions of them at a lower CP than you ever could from a raid because they're lower level. Because the level was determined by the Zorua, and so the CP is determined by the Zorua, but it was your buddy if you caught it with the Go Plus. So they have now disabled some legendaries from Great League because they were now available in Great League when they should have never been there. So for instance, they have disabled Giratina from Great League because Giratina never should have been there.
I also think of the crunchy little finger snacks you get when I hear Giratina as well. Just,
I have no idea what crunchy finger snacks you're talking about, but all right.
Somebody does. Somebody out there does.
So this had all kinds of issues with them. And to me, it also speaks volumes about Niantic's view towards the Pokemon Go Plus, because I've thought this for some time, that they don't care. They don't care about the Go Plus. They don't care. I think if it was up to them, they wouldn't have the Go Plus at all. They never would have had the Go Plus.
I agree.
And I'm 90% sure that it was Nintendo that made the Go Plus in the first place. And this is, I'm gonna state that this is a personal opinion. This isn't an official post from Niantic, but one of the community manager posted on Twitter about their opinion about the Go Plus. And I will say that I definitely do not agree with some of the more fanatic player base out there who saw this, because apparently the community manager has received some threatening emails and stuff like that. But they basically said, look, I don't play with the Go Plus. And they didn't outright say that it doesn't, like, the Go Plus doesn't matter, but the timing of this was while the Go Plus was disabled, and it made it come across as
on purpose,
as a who cares if the Go Plus is disabled, I don't use it type of thing. And that's not actually what they said, but it kind of felt that way to a lot of people. And they talk about how they feel like they engage more with their community and with the outside world out of the community because they aren't using the Plus. And there are so many people in the comments section here that are like, it's the opposite for me. Because I have the Plus, I am spending more time with what's going on around me because I'm not staring at my phone and being a phone zombie. And so it was really bad timing to express this opinion, for one thing. And number two, I don't like it when any company tries to even
tell you how to play.
even accidentally try to tell you how to play, because that's not what they should be doing. They should let people enjoy the game how they want to enjoy it. That doesn't mean they have to bend over backwards and code it so that people can enjoy it, however, though they should, to a certain extent, listen to a majority. When a large portion of your player base dislikes something that you're doing, maybe you should think twice.
The internet. Oh.
Yeah, right. And so this whole debacle has been a PR nightmare for Niantic. This whole year, well, let's even back it up. Year and a half has been a PR nightmare for Niantic. And they really, really, really need a win. And
do they, though? 'Cause they're still making millions of dollars.
Yeah. Well, They are, but they're not making as much as they could be. I mean, we looked at the projected revenue a few episodes back, and yeah. The WF Professor weighs in. It's never a good idea to shame players for using available tools to make your game more enjoyable for them. Yeah, I 100% agree. And Niantic needs to get over themselves, to be completely honest. A conspiracy theory going around in the community is that they're doing this on purpose because they're trying to kill the game because they don't want to do it anymore. They want to focus on AR.
Thank God, because then Joe and I could do what we really love. Talk about the world poker stars. I don't know. I lost it, Joe. I had a good joke.
We're going to change it to a Pawn Stars podcast.
Pawn Poker Stars. We're going to play online poker together, watch Pawn Stars in another window, and comment on all of it. That's our next podcast. I love it so much. I would do that with you in a heartbeat. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, so now we both need to dress up as people from Pawn Stars while we're at Dragon Con next year.
I only have like 2 options: the old man and Junior, whatever his name is. I haven't watched it in a minute.
Chum Lee. You can be Chum Lee.
No, you're Chum Lee. you sir. You sir are Chum Lee. I'm one of the tall ones. You can be the fun one.
I'll be the expert that comes in.
Yeah. Oh, next week, I won't remember, but this would be great to start off the whole Pokemon GO podcast. Yeah, a little like this. Previously on Pokemon Pawn Stars, this person tried to come in and sell a shiny Mewtwo that was a Zorua, and they had to call in an expert. He came in, Joe. Let's explain to you, Joe, how this is. Well, this is a shiny Mewtwo I caught that was supposed to be Zorua, but it's like 1,000 CP. I think I should get $1 million for it. What do you say, expert?
Best I could do is 50 cents.
Just right for the no money thing. Oh my God. That is possibly our next
2 candy. We'll transfer it for 2 candy.
Our next, I think our next podcast would be not quite an hour-long discussion. It'd be shorter because we'd have to practice before we really get on the air. But we do it live. And it'd be Pokemon pop culture. We just put Pokemon into every pop culture show, 1 episode at a time, like that, like Pawn Stars, and really go into valuations. Wait till we get Pokemon Shark Tank. Oh my God, I've got some devices to sell to you. Come on, man. So, all right. So we moved on to other stuff. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so,
this one's kind of a little bit sad. Yep.
Grandpa retired. He's not dead, so that is very good. That is very good. But what was it, like 64 phones. He got up to 64 phones. That 74-year-old grandfather.
I'm a little sad he didn't get up to 74. So he had one for each year he was old.
Yeah, man. He had a stroke and has retired from playing the game.
Yeah, this whole article is about something almost completely different. It's just about the Pokemon Go, how it is in Taiwan. And it's clear that the people who wrote the actual article don't know anything about Pokemon Go because they label it as the game the world forgot. But but yeah, in that article, the little bit that stuck out to me the most was that the Pokemon, the Taipei's Pokemon grandpa, he suffered a stroke and has officially. I assume he still plays Pokemon Go some, but he has retired from riding around on his bicycle with the 64 phones attached to his handlebars, which is very sad.
Again, glad that he survived.
Yes,
that he made it through.
Very much so.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that we ever met him, not that we interacted with him. It's just, I think, one of the most wholesome things about this game. He started off with like 2 or 3 phones, and they just kept growing and growing, and
it just
having a blast. Yeah,
he evolved.
Well, does that mean he's de-evolving now? Is that a thing? Is it? He's going to sleep. Your Pokemon has gone to sleep.
There's a whole
I
bunch
know that
of
reference.
bad references that I could do that I just it would be ill timed and very inconsiderate. But yeah,
I'm sorry. Your grandfather.
nope,
Come on, no, I can get it.
Nope.
I can do it.
I don't think you can.
Pokemon grandfather has been stricken with stone.
Nope.
No, that's a good reference too. You know it is. All right, our lure module's broken.
Yes, they were. So
All right, cool. Next headline.
hold on. Hold on. This is yet again another way that Niantic is screwing us over. So, during the Dia De Los Muertos event, they said that lore modules would last for 3 hours. Okay? Or no, they would last 3 times as long, so for 90 minutes. Okay?
Sure.
Well, they did. But that is not all that they did. So what Niantic did, and I've got to think that this is an error. I hope this wasn't deliberate, because if it was, that's super scummy Niantic. And at this point, I kind of it like 50-50 whether it was real or not. Or well, it did happen, but whether or not it was deliberate. So the lore modules did last for 90 minutes, but they spawned 1/3 as quickly. So normally...
So it's basically the same.
Yes, you didn't get any more Pokemon. You just got them slower. And so...
That's what?
Yeah.
What the...
So a normal lore module is supposed to spawn a Pokemon every 180 seconds. During the event, they spawned every 540 seconds. Because... it's either Niantic didn't test it, or they did it on purpose.
No, something that direct, 1-to-1, extension and slowing down equal parts. That's intentional. That is not by accident.
So, yeah, Niantic is just screwing up left, right, up, and down, as far as I'm concerned. And
Wolf says they technically did not lie. It did last longer.
It sure did. It just didn't spawn as frequently. And I know I doubt anyone will actually do it, but I did see in the comment section of this post, people were like, hear us, Niantic. No, this may technically be illegal in certain countries because of how laws are written on how things are advertised as false advertising, because you paid for a product and it was supposed to perform at a certain rate, and it didn't. So
this sounds like a job for the task force. All right, task force, what do y'all have to say about this?
Yeah, the task force was more of a, hey, we screwed up, but we don't want to admit we screwed up, so we're going to have this temporary task force as a PR stunt so that we can back out of the change to a certain extent without actually admitting that we screwed up, because we are technically adhering to the feedback that we got from the task force. The task force was so
dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Yeah, and we were supposed to get like monthly updates or bi-monthly updates from the task force. We've heard nothing since that initial dumpster fire.
Yeah, dumpster fire. So we had Pokemon Go Safari in Taipei.
And comments like this are why we don't get invited to things with Niantic, because
I'm okay with that.
We have no qualms about being critical of all the stuff they put us through.
Yeah, so you know what? They had a good time at Taipei.
Yeah.
Some good exploration, lots of Pokemon caught, Pachirisu, unknowns, some other cool stuff there, tons of pictures. So good for everybody getting to have a nice event.
I just realized that just means that the grandpa wasn't there.
Not necessarily. Just because we're tired from playing the
64
64 phones doesn't mean they didn't, we don't know the extent of his stroke. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he's in a wheelchair. Maybe he just doesn't have the coordination to play that many phones at once. We don't
Yeah.
really know from the story how that plays out.
Yeah, because it was
But
just
you
a
know what?
little kind of side note in that whole story.
It's not like Niantic would bring him there and feature him like any other human being would. Honestly, I know it's capitalistic, and but sometimes you just capitalize on goodwill.
Mm-hmm.
And it would cost them next to nothing to bring him, feature him. Like, hey, he's one of the longest players, made the news. We love him so much. Thank you for being part of our community. Not saying they didn't do it, but I'm pretty sure they would have promoted the crap out of it had they done that.
Yeah, they didn't do that.
So
I'm saying they didn't do it.
I know I'm with you. I wonder though if he were there, if anybody would send up a special flare on this campfire thing.
I haven't really messed with Campfire. Like I said, I got into it, but I haven't even tested to see what it is and whatnot. But they have expanded it to allow more people to join in. I did get a notification from it saying that I could invite more people. So if anyone who is my friend in the game wants an invite, let me know and I can send you an invite. Last time they did that, I had 3 invites. I sent one to Charles. I sent one to AZ Lincoln, who had specifically asked for it, and that's how I even figured out that I had Campfire. Because apparently if you see the symbol in game, if you download the Campfire app, you can set it up. So that's how AZ Lincoln helped me figure that out. And then I sent one to someone else. I think I sent an invite to Ibit. I think it was the third person I sent one to.
I'm your friend in real life and don't really want an invite. I don't understand it enough, and honestly, I think it's probably a good thing. I think it's probably a good thing for communities. But my whole stance on playing with randos and going out and playing in the real world, it's not really going to be my thing.
Yeah, so you can message people directly. Like Sir Amanda, who is in our Discord, invited me to join an Atlanta Pogo raids, and I'm like, well, I don't live in Atlanta, so I probably won't be joining that group. But you can set up groups, you can set up communities in there. You can set flares that, hey, this is where we're gonna be, and you can search for nearby communities and things like that. Like it looks fine. It looks like it could help people, but most of my coordination is already done through Discord whenever I'm doing local stuff. So I don't see a need for 2.
Well, I will say that if the community would shift, which is hard. I mean, Niantic, you're really late to the party, because that's how we would do it. Is we'd have the app open. And this is all the way back to Zapdos's release, right? Years ago. Have the app open, flip over and have Discord open. And you would communicate with your people there. And you try to coordinate raids and hit ats and those kind of things. And now, sure, being able to do it in game is so much more streamlined and better. But I dare say you're way too late to the game. I mean, months would be late to the game. Discord's been around for a decade or more and has been around since before this game started. I know that. And just is so strong, and people already have it. I'm looking at my Discord bar right now where Joe and I connect to record this show. We use Discord. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, at least 12 communities that I'm in. And then a bunch of private connections there. So it's just easier to use the app you already have and bounce between things than to set up and move to a different app. Had they embraced maybe Discord from the beginning, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, but I mean, Niantic prefers to buy companies and do their own thing. But and Campfire isn't just for Pokemon Go. So
That's true.
I looked here, like I searched for nearby communities, and it talks about Ingress, and I guess that I don't even know if this is out yet. The NBA All World Official thing.
Oh yeah,
and yeah, and then there's actual. So those are official communities that are posted up there, and then there's nearby communities too. So for instance, locally, there's the Chattanooga Ingress group and a Chattanooga Pokemon Go group. So,
where's my Chattanooga 7-Eleven group?
well, I don't know how to create your own community in here, or if it automatically sets. I doubt it automatically sets it up, because I don't think they would set up ATL Pogo raids. So there must be a way to
No,
actually
somebody's got to
set
put it
one
in a
up.
community. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even begin to care to figure out how to do that.
I haven't.
I
messed
get
around
Campfire is
enough.
different than Discord. Discord is an open chat. Like it automatically comes with it, everyone or / general room or whatever it is that you can just do whatever and you set up your own moderation. Whereas Campfire is literally the idea is you sit around a campfire and you talk about common interests. So everything is based, in my understanding of Campfire, everything is based on community and interest. So yeah, like me, you're a fan of 7-Eleven, maybe I'd start a 7-Eleven group and we could talk about how to locate them across the United States, or I don't know what we talk about in that group. But you understand what I'm saying is it's focused discussions, and I understand why that fits better with what Niantic wants to do. I just still think they're way too late to the ball game.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe it'll
We'll see.
become bigger than we think it will, but I kind of don't think it will.
There's your question of the week, everybody. What do you think of Campfire, and what would get you to use it? Yeah, 'cause I imagine if I just start with what do you think of it, everybody would probably be like, I've never used it. I don't know. So what do you think of? Let me rephrase.
What would get you to use Campfire?
Yeah, what would get you to use Campfire in the game, or maybe just whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, what
Some of those
features would you like to see in Campfire? Something like that.
All right, so we're a couple of days into November, and let's see what the events are coming up. What is that gorgeous monstrosity? We can't say this name on the show. You can't say that on a PG-13 show.
That's what it is.
But that's like going to church and reading the Bible and talking about Balaam's ass. It's a donkey, but you as we did when I was a kid in church, man. I mean, go ahead, tell everybody what this beautiful monstrosity is, Joe.
Oh man. So yes, so this beautiful monstrosity that you see before you is the official infographic for November's events, and what Charles is freaking out about.
I'm just saying, man.
5-star raids next week will include a new Ultra Beast named what? You okay there?
I'm just waiting for you to do it.
Named Guzzlord. That's all.
Come on, Niantic Pokemon Company. Come on. What are you doing here? Giratina, Origin Form A, not Lego. Guzzlord. I mean,
he'll be here for 2 weeks.
It's so stupid.
You're not wrong.
What in the world? Your megas are Banette again, through the 8th. Gyarados again, and Houndoom again. They love those two.
Yeah,
and then coming up.
So yeah,
the Greedy Gluttons event. Okay.
Yeah, so they've told us some of the names of the events, but as far as I know, we don't have the details. So November.
Well, we can figure that with the dates lining up somewhat that the Greedy Gluttons event
is going to feature Guzzlord and whatnot. And then
I just.
And then there's.
Take me to church.
My dear baby Jesus, please forgive the Pokemon Company for all this nastiness and the digital demons that they've brought into this world.
They're monsters. And then November 14th through the 17th will be a Team Go Rocket Takeover. Community Day will be on November 12th. On November 13th is going to be another Elite Raid. I don't know if they said who it's going to feature or if it'll be the same as last time. If it's going to be
Saturday, so we are skipping one because we're on top of Saturday, which may or may not happen at the time of this podcast. But the classic day is Dratini coming up this Saturday.
Yes, the Giratina one, the
Yeah.
the Community Day Classic, and then there's going to be an Astral of Eclipse event. That's November
Yes.
23rd through the 28th.
We talked about that, right? Where the full moon and you get the special evolution.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
will to evolve Ursa Luna. And then there is question mark for November 27th. So that would be the Sunday after the United States Thanksgiving. But yeah, so that is, we've got several events coming up in November because, Niantic has to overload the last quarter of the year to make sure that their baseline revenue gets a bump up for the holidays,
Yeah. That's it. Because here's the events for December: a whole bunch of raids, and a massive community day that lasts 3 days, and you get everything that's ever been a community day. Which again, I don't hate on that community day, but that is going to be the massive event for December.
And then there will be a Christmas event and a New Year's event and a Christmas Eve event and a Hanukkah event and a hey, it's Friday, let's do an event.
Yeah, every oh man, they're going to do the 12 events of Christmas.
I wouldn't put it past them.
So what has you all hyped up about this Dev Diary artist?
Clearly the person featured sitting on his couch. Yeah, so
that's a nice couch. I'd like that couch.
So they did a interview with an illustrator named Yusuke Kazaki, who's a character designer for Pokemon Go. And so I guess it's mostly Pokemon. So the Pokemon trainers and stuff, that kind of design, because all of the art assets for the Pokemon themselves, other than the costumes, come from the main series games. So they don't really have to do anything with those art assets. They have to do with everything else. So the costumes and the trainers and Professor Willow whenever he changes. And they also changed we talked about it a few weeks ago, but they changed the team leaders, and I really don't like their new designs. So if he was in charge of that,
Yeah, they had extra fingers.
Forget you.
Yeah.
And so it's just different questions there. He talks about when he was a kid, he enjoyed the games, kind of generic. Hey, I played the games in high school. I played the games. I just wanted to play the games. And then
So it doesn't really sound like you're all hyped up about this guy. Why are we talking about the Dev Diary if you just salty? So salty, Joe.
In general, I don't really care about the Dev Diaries. We may skip them in the future, but we've covered them in the past, so I figured we'd briefly talk about it. If you want to read more about some of his comments, like for instance, maybe if you're an aspiring artist, the last question is, what advice would you give to aspiring artists and things like that? So, yeah. I think it would be a lot more interesting if they picked notable people in the community, and instead of doing Dev Diaries, they did Pokemon trainer spotlights.
All right.
So, like, if they interviewed the grandpa that had
Yes.
64 phones and talked to him about, that whole experience, or they talked to some of the content creators. So talk to Trainer Tips, or talk to Mystic 7, or talk to some of the podcasters. And as far as like the actual people developing the game, I get that they're easy to set up interviews with because, they work for you. But I think I personally would be a lot more interested if they did interviews with actual trainers. So, like, they did an interview with the person who has the most experience in the game, which I think is actually Mystic 7, or at least it used to be. I don't know if he's still up there.
Again on the payroll, so
Yeah. Well, and yeah, Mystic 7 does he does have
I mean, no hate on him, but he's on the payroll. He's not going to say no to an interview.
exactly. So I think something like that personally would be more interesting than this whole thing. But if you wanted to read it, there is some little tidbits here and there of his little anecdotes of playing the game and things like that. So, but yeah.
Oh, Professor's title might win tonight. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, I got a button hit for you.
Oh, hey there. My name's Tom, and I have a question for the King of the Frauds. Hey, Joe, what time is it? You fraud.
You fraud. Oh, Tom. You need to call in again, Tom.
Yeah.
Name some more
we'll see.
frauds. So, tonight we're going to talk about Guzzlord, Charles's new favorite Pokemon, the Junkivore Pokemon. He is a dark dragon type Pokemon. Yeah, he's an interesting fella.
This is the worst.
His Pokedex entry for Moon, we'll go with the Moon one because I don't like the Sun one, is a dangerous ultra beast. It appears to be eating constantly, but for some reason, its droppings have never been found. So it doesn't poop. It's I actually really like the color scheme rather. I don't like the
I will
design
take
at all.
that costume any day. Instead of flower crowns, give me Pokemon droppings. Just give piles of poop around all the Pokemon. I'll do that.
Oh man. His color scheme when he's shiny is kind of neat. It's an orange and white primarily, an orange offset. But his normal coloration is like a dark gray and yellow, with the giant blue mouth. Blah, blah. Guzzlord has the highest base HP stat of all dark type Pokemon. He is also the heaviest dark type Pokemon. He's not the heaviest Pokemon, but he is the heaviest dark type Pokemon. Weighing in at a whopping 1,957.7 pounds. Or for those on the metric system, that's 888 kilograms.
How many stone?
574. I have no idea.
Cool.
So Guzzlord is based on abominations such as those found in literary works by H.P. Lovecraft. And also the Agrajag creature from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Those are some interesting reads. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes, they are.
The author was definitely consuming some raspberries while writing those.
That's Stardust.
Guzzlord is a combination of Guzzle and Lord, because he nom-noms everything. And yeah, I kind of wish we had some of the other names. The German one, Schlinking.
Oh my God! You can't say that on TV.
Or the French one,
Joe.
Englautrion.
Okay, I like that one. Although you said it like a German.
I did say it more like a German. Or the Japanese one is Akuza King.
Yakuza King. I like that one.
No, not. There's no Y. Akuza King.
I said what I said.
Which Aku is bad or evil, and then king. So, or Akuji is an evil deed, or Akujiki is the consumption of repulsive things, meaning he eats dirt or eats trash. He eats whatever. So he is.
If you would like to email this show at Pokemon GO Podcast to talk about all the complaints that you have about the bad language we use on the show tonight, please email us. Or better yet, call in the speak pipe at PokemonGoPodcast.com. It's a little tab on the side. Use your phone, tablet, computer, whatever you have. Leave us a voicemail. A couple weeks in a row, no voicemails. Very disappointing. Reddit is r/Pokemon Go Podcast. Twitter is at Pokemon Go Pod. YouTube is Pokemon Go Podcast. Sorry, Pokemon Go Podcast. TikTok is Pokemon Go Podcast, which, by the way, Civilian on Base knocked out a video this week from my show last week. So we got more airtime technically on TikTok this week than we did on the podcast because I had a really busy week and got it put out today. But thank you, Civilian on Base, for that. He cuts all the videos and produces that for us. And well done. If you'd like to show some love to Civilian on Base, go to etsy.com/shop/Muirpack. That's MUIRPACK. Get you the Kratos Steam Pal God of War sticker, which I love Kratos. I really do. He's the man. Don't have a PlayStation 5, so I'm not going to be getting the next game for a while, but when I can, I will. Oh, there's a Portal one. There's a Portal. I love Portal so much. He's got a Half-Life Gordon Freeman sticker. I don't even know what a Steam Pal is, but I'm down with all these stickers, man. You're getting my favorite bits of video game. Do Dead Space. Do Isaac. Give me Isaac, man. Come on. But yeah, look at that. So go right over there. You'll find that, some K-pop, all kind of K-pop stickers, and a few Pokemon stickers, and go and get some cool stickers from etsy.com/shop/Muirpack. Twitch, you can join us here on twitch.tv, 8 o'clock most Thursday nights Eastern time. Hey Joe, I think this next time change is the last time change. So no more standard time or anything like that.
Oh, really?
It's either this year or 24, but I think it's 23. They passed it to where it's going to change. And
no more daylight standard time.
No more DLT. Yeah, you know me. Hate it. So but that's neither here nor there. Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, where you can join lovely people like, why did it go away? There it goes. Alien Gathering, Assorted Geekdom, Commander Root, Lurks, Shiftworks, Squishy to the Twitchy, Stream Elements, the thewfproffesor, and Tugas Throws 27, who is not man enough to face off with Joe to a duel to the death. But apparently she is she's stronger than we think. You're not the boss of me, imaginary nomad. I'm out of here. All right, Joe, where can they find you on the web?
You can find me on Twitter at Joseph_Ard, where you can find random ramblings from me. Not random trivia, just random ramblings.
Hunt me down in a real world. I don't know.
We're going Hunger Games here. Hunt him down in the real world. You can get yourself a Charles trophy.
I really do.
'Tis the
I'm
season
so
for
shiny.
stuffing.
Oh my God.
I'm too shiny.
Everybody wants me. So I got you. Phil. I got you. But yeah, I regret that I'm not putting out as much content as I want. Is all. TikTok, Rock Out Podcasting's all across social media. Charles McFall, check me out there, and tune in next week to hear Joe say. Cool, that's awesome.
Censored.